Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So the month of March is already coming to a close. So in today's video, we are going to be setting up my bullet journal for April 2022. But before I begin, I would like to thank Notebook Therapy for kindly sending me the Tsuki Sakura Journey collection, and the both of us have prepared something very special for you guys, which is a giveaway, so be sure to watch the video until the very end. So now without further ado, let's start planning. So obviously the theme for this month is a cherry blossom or sakura theme, which is inspired by Notebook Therapy's Tsuki Sakura Journey collection. I have always wanted to make a cherry blossom theme, and the month of April is just perfect for this theme, and also just in time for spring. So although I have never seen cherry blossoms in real life before, but honestly, I really want to go to Japan and see all the beautiful cherry blossoms and maybe even have a nice little picnic under the cherry blossom trees, which is known as hanami. So for those of you who don't know, hanami literally translates to flower watching or flower viewing, and it is an annual celebration of cherry blossoms and springtime, where people gather around cherry blossom trees with families and friends and just enjoying delicious food and drinks under the beautiful pink trees. So yeah, although I can't really travel to Japan right now because of COVID, so I guess I'll just be looking at my April setup more often if I want to see some cherry blossoms. Okay, so back to the cover page. I will be using the lovely washi tapes from the Tsuki Sakura Journey collection to further decorate it. So as you can see here, I am just adding some cherry blossom stickers to the ones I've drew, and I honestly really like how it turned out, and you're just gonna see me using the cherry blossom stickers throughout the whole setup. And yeah, besides that, I also used the slimmer washi tapes on the top and bottom edges. And lastly, I also used these stamps from the collection because the stamps look so cute and I just really wanted to play around with the stamps. So yeah, if you're interested in shopping the collection, you can use my coupon code lootengstudio10 to get a 10% discount, and you can find all the links to the products in the description box below. And yeah, this is how my cover page for April looks like. Now, moving on to the page on the left, which is going to be my monthly log, I'll be decorating it with the sticker set, which is also from Notebook Therapy. So for this month, I won't be drawing anything for my monthly log, but instead I'll be using stickers because I wanted my monthly log to have like a scrapbook style, and the stickers are just perfect for it. But if you don't have the stickers, it's perfectly fine to just draw the cherry blossoms along the page, and I think it will look very nice too. And as for the layout, I'll be using this one where I write down the days of the month vertically, and the space beside it is going to be where I write down important events in that month. And lastly, I highlighted all the Saturdays and Sundays to give a visual separation for each week. And I guess that's all for my monthly log. Now flipping over to the next page is going to be my mood tracker. So for the title, the design kind of looks like my cover page with the gold border and cherry blossoms surrounding it, and in the middle I just wrote down the word mood tracker. And for this month, I decided not to use the graph layout like the ones from my March and February setup, but instead I drew a cherry blossom branch like along the top, and there's lots of flowers and petals of various sizes and shapes just falling off from the branch, and each of the flower or petal represents each day of the month, and I'm just going to color them in according to my mood for that day. And to be honest, this month's mood tracker is definitely going into the list of my favorite mood trackers of all time, and I just can't wait to see how it looks at the end of the month. Now the page on the right is going to be my habit tracker. And like my mood tracker, I did the exact same design for the title so that it looks more cohesive. And yeah, for my habit tracker, the idea was from an Instagram reel by Notebook Therapy. So I just drew like 4 boxes that kind of resembles Polaroid pictures, and inside the box, there's another box in the shape of the month. And if you're wondering how do I use the habit tracker, basically it's like if I did a habit on that day, I'll just make a little symbol inside the box that represents that particular day. And yeah, let's now talk about how I decorate the Polaroid picture boxes. So as you can see here, I used these stamps from the collection and a gold ink pad to just stamp out a pattern for 2 of the boxes. And for the other 2, I used the washi tapes and my X-Acto knife to just cut off the excess washi tapes. It's actually my first time using this X-Acto knife on my bullet journal. It was kind of scary at first, and I have to admit that I am not very skillful with using this, and it took me quite some time to finish cutting off the excess. But in the end, I am really happy with how my habit tracker turned out. And to be honest, I'm also kind of low-key proud of myself for trying out new things with my bullet journal. I know maybe to some of you guys, trying out an X-Acto knife for the first time on your bullet journal is not much of a big deal, but to me, it makes me feel really great to just try something new. So, don't you guys ever be afraid of trying out new things on your bullet journal? You might make mistakes in the beginning, but that's how we learn. Now, flipping over to the next page is going to be my trusty budget tracker that helps me to keep track of my income and expenses. It's a spread that I will always include in my monthly setup. So far, there hasn't been a month where I don't have my budget tracker. So yeah, the budget tracker is the same as usual. I have a table where I have 4 columns that represents the date, the detail, the plus sign is for income, and the minus sign is for expenses. And at the bottom, I added a washi tape, and if you can see it clearly, there is like a line on the washi tape, and that is going to be where I write down the total of my income and expenses at the end of the month. And yes, surprisingly, for this collection, you can write on the washi tapes, which is something very special and cool about the washi tapes. And now the page on the right is going to be my brain dump spread. So for those of you who are wondering what is a brain dump spread for, it's actually a space where you can write down anything that you want. For me, I like to use it to write down my shopping list. Sometimes I also like to use it to write down video ideas that randomly pops into my mind. So yeah, there's actually no format to how you use the brain dump spread, and you can just write down anything that you want to remember or to keep as a reminder. Now, the last spread that I'm going to show you today is my first weekly spread for the month. I actually made 4 different weekly spreads for all the 4 weeks of April, but for today, I'm only showing you the weekly spread for week 1, and the others will be in a separate video, and it will most probably be uploaded on the first week of April. So yeah, back to the spread. As you can see here, I drew 7 boxes that represents all the 7 days of the week, Monday to Sunday. And inside each of the boxes is where I will be writing down daily tasks that needs to be done. And on the top left corner, there's the title, which is April Week 1. And underneath it, I allocated a little bit of space for my weekly events. And this is where I will be writing down events that are happening in that week. So yeah, I guess that's all for this weekly spread, and I honestly love how it looks. The washi tapes make the spread look so much better, and it looks like I'm really at a cherry blossom garden in Japan right now. So now it's the time that you guys have been waiting for, which is the giveaway. So in this giveaway, there are going to be 3 winners, and the winners can choose any one of the products from the Tsuki Sakura Journey collection. So to enter the giveaway, you need to like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment on which item from the collection that you want. And lastly, please remember to also follow my Instagram at lootengstudio. The giveaway will end on the 1st of April, and the winners will be announced on the 2nd of April through my community post and Instagram story. Oh yeah, and all the giveaway details are in the description box below, so be sure to check that out too. So here's the final flip through of my bullet journal setup for April 2022. I honestly really love how beautiful it turned out. The cherry blossom, the colors, everything is a chef's kiss. And yeah, I guess this cherry blossom theme is definitely going to be one of my all-time favorites. So if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe and follow my Instagram and Ko-fi at lootengstudio. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.